Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the TradingPub.com Daily Report. Appreciate everybody tuning in today. And real quick, give you a second to read through this risk disclaimer again. Just basically stating that we're not making any kind of recommendations or giving financial advice here. Just sharing some of our thoughts on the overall market. A couple things in the news, and it's definitely a news-driven day. If you pull it up, notice that the Bank of England held firm. So again, they kept their rates the same. A couple things to look at: an earnings calendar. You've got Nordstrom, Kohl's, Huntington, Viacom, and several other companies that either have reported already this morning or are planning to report. But again, this is a great page to look at and just kind of be aware if you're a stock trader or options trader. Definitely need to know when earnings are coming out. So again, it's extremely important to understand that. And then another thing that I thought was very helpful was just kind of some stocks to watch for November 2010, and this just will give you some trading ideas for some momentum stocks. Obviously, GMCR is going to be a big stock with a lot of volume. Their quarterly sales came in at 711 minus the estimate of 760 million, and you saw shares dip 34% in the after-hours trading session. So again, definitely going to be a big one to watch. To see how it reacts today. I'm sure there'll be some wild swings in it, but again, some good trading ideas looking at both of those articles today. The Trading Pub rule of the day is to keep an eye on the global markets. For those of you that were not watching the markets yesterday or in a hole somewhere, there's a spread of the crisis now moving from Greece to Italy. You saw Italian bond yields jump sharply, and again saw the markets sell off significantly. Dow's down over 400 points at one point, and again was looking at very weak. So we're going to take a look at the overall markets today, and something that we'd like to share with you that's very important. Always know when foreign markets are going to open. So for instance, the Asian markets open typically around 6 to 7 o'clock Eastern Time. You've got the European markets that open around 2 to 3 a.m. Eastern Time. So again, those can be really good times either for an acceleration or a reversal, and we're going to show you an example of both. If we'll pull up the chart of the E-mini S&P. If you notice last night, this is the last night Globex session, notice that the afternoon session yesterday sold off sharply. We came down to the 1220 price. 1220 is a really big support area in the S&P, and that's in the December futures contract. Notice the Globex session, how we opened up and started trading down. Here's the Globex open. We started trading down, came right down to 1220, saw the markets bounce back up to 1230, and then come back down and put in a new low just before the European Open. So again, before the Europe Cash Open. Then notice what happens right after the European Cash Open. You have the big reversal. We break through 1230 and continue higher, came up to 1245. So some numbers to remember from that are going to be 1220, 1230 where you had the initial failure, and then 1245 is going to be another important area to watch. However, if you go back and look, so that was a good example of a reversal. We're just going to scroll back a bit. And if you go back and look at the previous day, notice the Globex, after the big rally that we had, the Globex was a little flat, and then we came into Europe. Notice the European Open came, more selling came, and then sharp selling as Europe really started to trade. And that's when a lot of the fears in Italy started to become more present. So again, you saw that sharp decline. So you saw a really good example of an acceleration right there. And then if we go back to the previous day, so just keep scrolling here, you see another good example of a reversal. So you saw how we had rallied through Asia, we came down, you got to Europe, put the low in around Europe and had that sharp rally up to the US Open. You got to the US Open, saw another reversal there. So again, know the different times of the Open. It's typically going to be either a sharp acceleration or reversal, especially after a big move one way into the Open. So that can be a very helpful trading tip for you. The other thing, just looking at the euro, we're still kind of using the 135 area as a pretty good pivot area. The bulls want to see the euro above 135, bears want to see it below it. Some important figures to watch on Italian bond yields is that the bulls would really like to see those yields get back below 6.5 to 6%. That'll show that a lot of fear is subsiding and probably see a rally in the market. Chances are the next couple days, as Italian bond yields go up, you'll see the market come down. So definitely want to keep an eye on those. A good way to watch that, if you don't have direct quotes for those, is you can just kind of watch the pricing of the euro. If the euro is going up, that's going to more than likely be good for the market. If the euro is coming down, that's going to show fear in Europe and be bad for the overall markets. Hope everybody enjoyed today's daily report. And again, our next Trading Pub event will be held November the 10th at 4:30 Eastern. That's today at 4:30 Eastern. It's going to be, we have a professional trader sharing their 2012 outlook on gold and silver. You can register for that at tradingpub.com. Click on Pub Events. Hope everybody has a good day and good trading.